Have you ever heard of the term flying under the radar? Well, if you haven't, that usually refers to something out there that's relatively popular that not a lot of people have picked up on or found out about yet. LCT has been known for their high quality AK AEGs, and frankly, there's really not a whole lot that needs to be said about them. They have only gotten better over the years with their build quality, styles, and even down to as far as they release an own line of accessories for them, and even a standalone electric recoil system. Yet, I feel like there's a certain segment of their product line that flying under the radar, that needs a little bit more love, and I'm referring to their LK33 lineup. Patterned after the HK33 series of rifles, they kind of look like a buff MP5 on steroids. I mean, look at it. Well, today we're gonna talk about the LK33 and why it is probably the most under the radar gun of 2021. Let's start with a brief history lesson. The HK33 is a 5.56 assault rifle developed in the 1960s by the West German armament manufacturer Heckler & Co., well, now known as H&K, primarily for export. Building upon the success of the G3, the company developed a family of small arms, all operating using the same G3 principle. Commercially, the HK33 was a successful design, but sadly it didn't sell as well as the G3 itself. So that brings us to the version that we have here today. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the LK33A2. Now, this A2 version is denoted with its fixed stock, and those of you who have watched me for some time know that of course I will pick this one over the A3, who has a telescoping stock, because your boy, well, likes big butts. And I cannot lie. The LK33 pays homage to its real steel counterpart that was produced, as earlier said, back in the 60s. And there is something to be said about guns designed like this, because they just don't make them like this anymore. This kind of Cold War, Vietnam War aesthetic. And it also features the old SEF style lower. The fit and finish of the gun is fantastic. The materials of the receiver is full steel, so there's some weight to this bad boy. It's pretty hefty. Points well. Even the charging handle is slappable. Yeah, that HK slap, if you like it, this gun can do it. Gotta love it. The rear sight is adjustable, and it's the HK style diopter sights. Front sight ring is easy to read with a front sight post. It has sling mounts up front, in the middle right here on the handguard, as well as on the stock. One thing though, ergonomically it feels just like that SEF style MP5, in which I have to say this pistol grip feels a bit small. Even for my dainty hands, a bit small. Controls are easy to reach, though the magazine, you gotta give it a nice pop. Release paddle, easy to actuate. It comes with a high cap magazine. All in all, it's a solid gun. Now let's talk about this stock. The stock seems like it's lifted directly from an MP5A4, so it's not really as big as you would think it is compared to the rest of the gun. The stock though, it does have a substantial size storage compartment in there for larger batteries. And how do you access that? You take the butt pad, press that down, you can remove, expose the cables. It is small Tamiya type. And look at that storage compartment. Internally, the gun is running version 2 type gears, and it can be replaced or upgraded with compatible ones. It is running a quick change spring, not quick access, quick change spring. And the inner barrel is 445 millimeters, so I'm expecting some decent accuracy out of this gun. And finally, the flash hider up front. The outer barrel is threaded 14 millimeters counterclockwise. You can find and access the hop-up by taking the charging handle, pulling it back, locking it in place to reveal the hop-up here. It is a rotary style hop-up. And it does click, making adjustments very easy. I'm using an 11.1 LiPo and 0.2 gram BBs. Bravo. Welcome to the warehouse, and I'm about to shoot the LCT HK33. I'm about 20-ish meters away from our target downrange, give or take. Not gonna lie, as I was getting this gun ready to shoot and loading this high cap mag, I miss it. I miss high caps. I miss winding up this 300 round magazine. Well, enough of me talking, time to shoot. Let's go. From what I can see, the fly is quite consistent, but I have to say, being a full steel gun is a hefty boy, thick with 2 C's. Trigger is very AEG, and this is a no-frills gun. There's no MOSFET system in here, there's no fancy electronics, it's just an AEG. You know, for a gun that's very pure, this is a pure AEG. I miss it. I miss this type of gun, and it's underappreciated nowadays with all these high-tech FET systems, electronics boards, and all your different AEGs nowadays. Something that is so purely, unadulteratedly, unfiltered AEG, I like it. It's also really heavy, I'm not gonna lie. Shooting a dominant grip, it's not easy. Take a couple shots, let's go auto. See how fast I can shoot. Not bad. I am running an 11.1 in here. Not bad. Let's take a look at those results. I'm not gonna lie, it's a heavy gun. And so some of the spread is definitely due to some of my sway I had. But then again, ideally, that's what's gonna happen when you're running and gunning with this thing. But if you can see, the places where the BBs kept a tight grouping, like on the bottom, a couple of shots in the middle, I'm not gonna lie, not bad from this far away. Really good grouping. All right, now I'm gonna do a quick burst on full auto. Let's see how she shoots. I'm interested to see the cyclic rate of this gun. So let's get it into full auto. Okay, this selector, really stiff. Also another thing, this side doesn't move. You see, I'm on F and this still pointed at safe. Come on, LCT, come on. All right, let's do this. I am surprised with how tight those BBs flew. I'm interested to see those results. Be right back. I'm back. Look at this grouping. You know what? There's still a BB stuck here in our target paper, but that's okay. Oh, there's one up top too. But anyways, look at how tight this thing kept. That 445 millimeter inner barrel is working wonders. Doesn't have the highest cyclic rate, but boy, can the HK33 dole out the BBs in a very tight pattern. This is a full auto gun. This is probably a machine gun in a rifle's clothing. Whew, that was fun. Back to the studio. Hey, before we go any further, why don't you check out some other LCT videos I've done, namely the PP19. That was my first real exposure to LCT, and I was very impressed with that gun. Check that out. Card above. You can find the link, description below. What more can be said about the LK33? Well, in a time where we need more options in our hobby to break the duopoly that is the 8K and M4 platform, you just gotta sit back, take a deep breath, and enjoy guns like this. They're a breath of fresh air, something different, dare I say, a third party. LCT has been quietly producing some really high quality airsoft guns, and this one here is no different. It's solid, full steel, it's a workhorse of an airsoft gun, not to mention all of that for around 400 bucks. Man. Okay, yes, it's not a G3. And the styling, well, it may not be for everybody. It's kind of this in between G3 and an MP5. It's a weird positioning, that's for sure. And if, yeah, okay, the selector switch works on one side, but it's just for decoration on the other, so you don't even know what you're selecting. But those are small nitpicks. But where I think this gun shines the brightest is that no one really knows about it. It's rarely talked about, yet there's so much potential. And during these times where companies are streamlining their product line, we can see LCT seem to have positioned themselves in a place where they're offering some really cool and really unique guns. At the end of the day, it's about daring to be different and daring to be unique. And when those two things combine and there's some heart put into it, products like this come out that you can appreciate and do a lot with to become something that's truly different out of the same things that we see every day. So that's why I feel like the LK33 is definitely the most underappreciated and under the radar gun of 2021. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Do you like this kind of style? Look, the old Cold War Vietnam era is one of my favorite eras for small arms manufacturing. Let me know yours in the comment section below as well. And if you want cool products like this, don't forget to check out our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. Guys, if you like this video, give us a like. If you thought it was cool, share it with your friends. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time we upload a new video. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take this guy and probably work out with it a little bit because it is pretty heavy. And until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode of RedWolf TV.